Hello everyone, and welcome to the Williams TopsTV community. I'm your host, and I'm excited to take you on an exciting tour of the 10 most isolated towns in the world. Get ready to discover remote and mysterious destinations that defy the norms of modern life. Number 10. Tristan da Cunha. Tristan da Cunha is considered the most remote inhabited place in the world according to the Guinness Book. Located over 2,000 kilometers away from any other community, its access is made difficult by imposing cliffs. With a population of just 270 people who share fewer than 8 surnames, this place resembles something out of the Lost series. Although the locals primarily speak English, they have also developed their own dialect that combines words from Scots, English, Italian, and Irish, reflecting the diverse origins of its inhabitants. Additionally, Tristan da Cunha is known to be the most remote inhabited archipelago in the world. Reaching this fascinating town requires careful planning, as there are only 3 ships a year that depart from Cape Town on a 1,732-mile journey. Number 9. Cape York Peninsula. The Cape York Peninsula, a sprawling peninsula located in northern Queensland, Australia. It is the largest peninsula in the country, and its most prominent point is Cape York, which marks the northernmost tip of mainland Australia. The Cape received its name in 1770, when James Cook named it after Edward, Duke of York and Albany. This peninsula is home to a remarkable variety of crocodiles that swim in its waters. Although it may seem intimidating, it is also an ideal destination for fans of sport fishing. The land on the peninsula is owned by 5 indigenous communities who are also in charge of managing the booming tourism industry in the region. Getting to Cape York requires a drive of approximately 28 hours. It is essential to rent a 4-wheel drive vehicle due to the terrain conditions. Number 8. Oymyakon. Oymyakon in Russia is the coldest town in the world. Located in eastern Siberia, this small municipality in the Sakha Republic is home to just over 450 inhabitants and holds the record for the lowest temperature recorded in an inhabited area. On January 26, 1926, the thermometer read a staggering -71.2 degrees Celsius. In fact, the average temperature during the hottest month, January, is around -50 degrees Celsius. Although Oymyakon is not the coldest place in the world, since that title belongs to the Vostok base in Antarctica, where -89.2 degrees Celsius were recorded in 1983, it is the inhabited place where that extreme temperature has been reached. Oymyakon's ground is permanently frozen, forming permafrost due to the frigid temperatures. In these extreme conditions, children do not attend school when the thermometer drops below -52 degrees Celsius, a circumstance that occurs regularly from December to March. The experts explain that several reasons contribute to the fact that this place is one of the most severe in terms of temperature. Its location on a high plateau at about 740 meters above sea level, the distance from the ocean, and the presence of anticyclonic systems during the winter all combine to create these extreme conditions. Number 7. Easter Island. Easter Island, also known as Rapa Nui in the local language, is a place that evokes intrigue and wonder. Located in the middle of the vast Pacific Ocean, this small island is approximately 3,700 kilometers off the coast of Chile. What makes Easter Island so unique and isolated is its geographical remoteness. There are no other inhabited islands nearby, meaning the island's residents are truly isolated in the middle of the ocean. This remote location has contributed to the preservation of its ancient culture and its famous stone statues, known as moais. The archaeological heritage of Easter Island is impressive. The moais, carved by the ancient inhabitants of the island, are emblematic and have captured the imagination of people from all over the world. These gigantic stone statues, some of which reach heights of more than 10 meters, are silent testimonies of a bygone civilization. Although Easter Island is small, it has a vibrant and welcoming community. Its inhabitants, known as the Easter Islanders, take pride in their cultural heritage and celebrate traditional festivities throughout the year. Number 6. Pitcairn Islands. The Pitcairn Islands, a British overseas territory located 3,300 miles from New Zealand. These islands serve as the administrative seat of Pitcairn Island. It is important to note that to this day, no planes or helicopters have landed there, which means that reaching these islands requires a yacht trip of approximately 32 hours. The Pitcairn Islands have long been the subject of mystery and enchantment. Little is known about the island's first inhabitants, although European mutineers from the ship Bounty discovered the remains of a Polynesian civilization upon arrival in 1790. These remains included stone gods, burial sites, and earthen ovens, providing a glimpse into the ancient history of the island. However, the Pitcairn Islands have also experienced tragic events and controversy. In 2004, 6 local men were convicted of committing sexual assaults, which had widespread and devastating effects on the small town of approximately 50 residents. This ongoing scandal has affected the image of the island and has caused it to attract few new residents today. Despite the difficulties, the Pitcairn Islands are still considered an idyllic place. Its stunning natural landscapes, pristine beaches, and rich marine biodiversity appeal to those seeking a quiet getaway and remote atmosphere. Number 5. Barrow. Barrow, also known as Utqiagvik, is a city located in the northern region of Alaska, United States. It is considered one of the most isolated cities in the world due to its extreme and remote location in the Arctic. What makes Barrow so unique and isolated is its geographical remoteness. It is located at the northern tip of Alaska, close to the Arctic Ocean, and is surrounded by vast expanses of frozen tundra and icy seas. This extreme location separates it from Alaska's major cities and population centers. Barrow is home to the Inupiaq community, an indigenous group that has inhabited these lands for thousands of years. Their culture, traditions, and way of life are closely linked to the land and the Arctic environment. Despite the difficulties and challenges of living in such an inhospitable environment, the residents of Barrow have developed a strong connection to nature and a great capacity for adaptation. The climate in Barrow is extreme, with long, extremely cold winters and short, cool summers. During the winter, the city experiences polar darkness, where the sun does not rise for several months. In contrast, during the summer, experience the phenomenon of the midnight sun, where the sun shines 24 hours a day. Life in Barrow is largely based on subsistence, with hunting, fishing, and traditional food gathering an integral part of the local culture. The community strives to preserve their traditions and maintain a balance with the natural environment in which they live. Getting to Barrow can be challenging, as there are no roads connecting it to the rest of Alaska or to the mainland. The most common way to get there is by small planes, which operate regular flights from Anchorage and other nearby cities. Before continuing, don't forget to leave your like and subscribe. We also invite you to activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Number 4. Ittoqqortoormiit.
Welcome to Ittoqqortoormiit.
Ittoqqortoormiit is a small and remote town located in eastern Greenland. This city, with a name that is difficult to pronounce but full of charm, is known for being one of the most isolated communities in the world. Situated in a remote and sparsely populated area of Greenland, Ittoqqortoormiit sits at the mouth of the Scoresby Sund Fjord, surrounded by majestic mountains, icebergs, and vast stretches of Arctic tundra. This geographical location gives the city a unique isolation and an impressive natural environment. With a population of around 450, Ittoqqortoormiit is a place where life follows the rhythm of nature. Residents largely depend on hunting, fishing, and food gathering for their subsistence, as access to imported products is limited due to the lack of land connections and difficulty in reaching the city. The climate in Ittoqqortoormiit is extreme, with long, cold winters and short, cool summers. During the winter months, the city experiences polar darkness with long nights and very short days. In contrast, during the summer months, the sun shines almost 24 hours a day, providing brilliant light and a unique experience known as the midnight sun. Number 3. Kerguelen Islands. The Kerguelen Islands in the Indian Ocean are part of the French southern and Antarctic lands. They are 2,000 miles from the southernmost part of Africa and can only be accessed by boat 4 days a year. Kerguelen Island itself is also known as Desolation Island and is surrounded by 300 other islets scattered over 2,400 square miles. Covered by glaciers, the Kerguelen Islands receive rain, sleet, or snow 300 days a year. Most of the people who live there are French researchers. Number 2. Siwa Oasis. The Siwa Oasis is a fascinating and secluded place located in the western desert of Egypt. Situated some 50 kilometers from the Libyan border, this oasis is known for its natural beauty, rich history, and isolation from the bustle of the modern world. Siwa is one of the most famous and remote oases in the western desert of Egypt. It is surrounded by vast expanses of sand dunes and sits in the midst of a stunning desert landscape. The geographical location of the oasis, in an area far from the main tourist routes, has helped to preserve its authenticity and traditional appeal. Number 1. Changtang. Changtang is a vast region located in the Tibetan Plateau in southwestern China. It is considered one of the most remote and isolated areas in the world, with stunning natural beauty and a rich and authentic culture. This region is known for its vast plains, towering mountains, and crystal-clear lakes. It is inhabited mainly by Tibetan nomadic communities who have maintained their traditions and lifestyle for centuries. Life in Changtang is closely linked to the husbandry of animals such as yaks, sheep, and goats, which provide sustenance and materials for daily life. With this, we have concluded our tour of the 10 most isolated towns in the world. Thank you for joining us on this exciting adventure. Don't forget to subscribe to receive more fascinating content in the future. Until next time.